How to make the LinkedIn algorithm work for you in 2020. Hey there everyone! Ranking your content and staying relevant on social media sites comes down to the level of engagement you are able to drive. But ultimately, what truly determines your content's organic reach is the algorithm. This is true for any social media platform, including LinkedIn. This means that you have to create content for your audience and for the LinkedIn algorithm. This can be a little tricky, so let's find out what the LinkedIn algorithm is all about. What is the LinkedIn algorithm? The LinkedIn algorithm is a set of instructions and rules programmed into the LinkedIn platform that helps the site prioritize content in the feed according to relevance and not by published time. In other words, the algorithm is like a checklist that helps LinkedIn identify what is the best type of content and how relevant it is. This is how the LinkedIn algorithm works. The goal of the LinkedIn algorithm is to reward accounts that produce frequent interaction and engagement with more visibility and increased distribution of their content. It does it by analyzing your posts and your interactions, by determining how relevant they are to the industries that you follow, and by analyzing how much value they provide to users in your network. The LinkedIn algorithm looks for coherent content intended to get a response, and it doesn't favor a particular format. It then analyzes how much engagement this content generates and determines the value of the content and the account publishing it. It then increases the organic reach of that account and the content it publishes, as well as its visibility in other accounts' feeds. How to make the LinkedIn algorithm work for you. Publish question-based posts. For the LinkedIn algorithm, question-based posts are call and response content that get an almost immediate response. This is because when you publish a post with a question, users will be naturally inclined to comment with an answer. That's why it is important that you post questions on a regular basis. The best questions are related to circumstances or common things in your industry. Even general questions such as, "What are you working on today?" or "What are you trying to accomplish this week?" get great responses, and the algorithm ranks them high. Post time-sensitive news. Posting breaking news is a great way to stir conversation and generate significant engagement, especially because news stays relevant during the day. So, if you post a piece of breaking news in the afternoon and it gets lots of engagement, the algorithm will keep pushing it to people's feeds until the hype decreases during the evening. This is also a great way to engage your audience, because people will see that keep a sharp eye on your industry. Post infographics. We mentioned that image posts generate almost 100% more comments than text-only posts. But if you really want users to engage with and share your image posts, then create and post infographics. Infographics are highly educational, and LinkedIn users love them. They get lots of shares every time, and the LinkedIn algorithm can help them go viral if the infographic gets lots of attention. Post stuff about your employees and staff. Employee-centric content is seen as kind of behind-the-scenes type of content on LinkedIn, and users appreciate the occasional break from business-themed content without going too off-topic for the platform. Because of this, content that is about your employees, your staff, or your coworkers will always get a lot of attention. And for some users, it offers a glimpse of what it looks like to work with you. And while the algorithm doesn't favor employee-centric posts in terms of relevance, it does so by measuring the amount of engagement that it generates. Cover events. One type of content that the algorithm actually does favor is content about events. This is because events and conferences are at the heart of what LinkedIn wants people to see in their feeds, and the algorithm assigns a high relevance to this type of content. The algorithm specifically pushes posts about events where big-time and recognizable brands are present, even if they're only present in an information booth. Tag companies and other users in your posts. Tagging other companies and users in your own posts is a great way to boost your reach. And besides, doing so sends a notification to whom you tag, which the algorithm interprets as an interaction. Because tagging can become intrusive when unsolicited, best practices include tagging only companies that are likely to respond, and limiting yourself to 5 tags tops per post. Like and comment on industry content. The algorithm not only measures the engagement you get, but also the engagement you do. This works 2 ways. First, It helps the algorithm know that you are a real person interacting naturally. And second, it helps boost other people's content. Powerful InMail strategies at work in 2020. Hey there, friends! One of the most powerful outreach tools on LinkedIn is InMail. InMail is a LinkedIn messaging app that allows you to contact users outside of your network. With InMail, you'll be able to establish a first impression before you connect with prospects. This will make it easier for you to move them down your funnel later on. In this lesson, we're going to discuss proven InMail strategies that will help you create more successful and profitable relationships on the platform. Composing an InMail message. An InMail has to make a strong first impression, or it will be ignored. The good news is that sending InMails generates a 700% increase in response rates over sending emails, which means that it is easier to get a response when you compose compelling InMail messages. There's no need to hire a ghostwriter to do the job for you though. To compose compelling results-oriented InMail messages, follow these guidelines. When composing an InMail message, be straightforward. You'll be able to get a better response by directly expressing your intentions. Don't ask for too much. If you want to convert InMail leads, you have to plan a funnel to get them to convert after you have created a connection. An example would go like this. If you want an InMail lead to sign up to a mailing list, don't send them to a lead capture page where they have to read an article and submit to get an incentive. Instead, send them an invitation to connect first. You'll be able to share content with them later on, which you can use then to convert them. Be casual and conversational. The idea is not only to connect with the lead, but to create a relationship with them. So you should compose the type of message you'll send to a friend or colleague when you want to get a response. Explain the reason why you want to connect with them. This is different than expressing your goal, because here, you are going to tell them the reason you sent them the InMail. For example, you could say that you're reaching out because you saw their comments on a content piece, and that you appreciate their views because you are working in the same industry. Use personalized templates. A great way to structure your InMail messages is by using templates that you can personalize. You'll find great LinkedIn messaging templates online that have been composed by CEOs and executives, and that have been created for different types of recipients in different industries. What you have to do is to create a collection of templates that you can personalize, according to whom you are sending an InMail. Add calls to action to trigger the next step. Do not just close an InMail with a goodbye or a closing statement that leaves little room for future communication. Even if you include a question or comment to start a conversation, a closing statement can create the impression that not replying is okay. Instead, add an actionable term that encourages the recipient to take the next step, such as "let's connect," "let's talk," "let's chat." Use phrases like "follow up" and action words like "discuss" or "boost." Send your InMails at the right time. Sending your InMails at the wrong time can lower your response rate by 16%. That's right. There's a right time to send your InMails, and it is on weekdays between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. because that's when LinkedIn users are more likely to reply and take action. Send InMails to users that have a certain degree of connection with you. If you want to boost your response rates, start by sending InMails to people that already have a certain degree of connection with you already. This is people that, for example, are in the same groups as you, or that are connected to people in your network. In fact, the response rate from people that are in the same groups as you is 21%. From people that follow your company page is 81%. And from people that are connected to someone in your network is 46%. LinkedIn marketing do's and don'ts. Do's. Set a content marketing plan. On LinkedIn, content is king. That is why it is important to develop a content marketing strategy. This will help you set specific dates to release content, instead of relying on random bouts of creativity. Be active. The key to getting noticed and achieving success on LinkedIn is to actively publish content and to engage with others in a relevant way, and to grow your network. Get endorsed. Ask peers in your network to endorse your profile to boost your credibility and authority. Besides, endorsements work as well as testimonials. Proofread everything. It is essential to proofread everything that you do on LinkedIn. Descriptions, posts, comments, messages, ad copy, and everything else. While spelling errors are overlooked on most social media sites, this is not the case with LinkedIn, where spelling errors are immediate deal breakers. Use video to build awareness. You have to use video to help people learn more about your personal brand, your business, your products, your vision, and your goals. This is the fastest way to build value in the minds of customers on LinkedIn. Use simple language. You don't have to use highly technical language to look professional on LinkedIn. Instead, use a conversational language that makes it simple to understand your offer to anyone that knows your industry jargon. Personalize connections. Keep regular contact with all your connections. Pay attention to all the things they like and the things they are interested in, and send them content that is personalized to their values. Reply fast. Make sure to reply to comments, messages, inquiries, connection requests, and other interactions fast. You don't have to rush it like on other social channels though. On LinkedIn, it is okay to reply within 1 or 2 days, but no more. Monitor and optimize. Keep an eye on your performance. Take note of what's working and what's not. Pay attention to the posts and articles that get the most engagement, and replicate their formula to create future content. Monitor your advertising metrics so you can run better campaigns. Be mobile ready. Create content that is easy to consume through mobile devices. That is, content that can be read and absorbed fast, and that is easily shareable. Don'ts. Don't be off topic. Don't ever deviate from your niche. Don't share content from other niches unless it is news and content about topics and circumstances that directly impact customers and companies in your industry. Don't join irrelevant groups. Joining too many groups, even in the same niche, can cause you to lose focus because you'll try to expand too much, which you can't get away with unless you have a social media team running your account. Don't overpromote. Don't do sales pitches on LinkedIn. LinkedIn users need to consume several pieces of content before making a purchasing decision, and the LinkedIn algorithm simply doesn't like self-promoting content. Don't be pushy. Avoid sending too many follow-up messages, or sending too many replies to posts, or asking users with dormant connection requests to accept them. This is considered spam. Don't argue. LinkedIn doesn't tolerate drama, so avoid arguing with others or being overly arrogant or condescending. This can destroy your reputation and get you suspended. Don't be generic. Avoid using generic buzzwords and avoid using generic corporate language. You'll come off salesy, and the algorithm could flag you as a bot. Don't send random requests. Avoid sending unsolicited connection requests, messages, tags, or invitations to people that are unlikely to respond to them. You could get reported. Don't send mass messages without personalization. Never send a message blast without disabling the option to let users see each other's names in the message, and without adding the first name custom field to personalize it. Don't do unrequested outreach outside of LinkedIn. Don't send unsolicited friend requests, follow people, or send emails to users outside of LinkedIn. Remember that most people use LinkedIn for work or for their business, so contact outside of the platform is unprofessional and a boundary break. Don't advertise irrelevant stuff. Don't ever use LinkedIn ads to promote stuff that isn't relevant on the platform, such as movies, video games, retail products, consumer goods, and the like.